Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm just coming at you with the story real quick. I'm not gonna waste too much time getting into it, so I'm just gonna get right into it. And first off, I just gotta say, being the new kid almost always sucks. Like, for some people, I get it that, a fresh start or whatever, but like, trust me, I've been the new kid so many times in so many different kinds of situations, and usually it's not anything cool, you know. You got to start basically from scratch, and you know, you just don't have that same camaraderie that everybody else that's known each other for forever, or however you want to call it, like it's just the way it is. So, I'm going to tell you guys about a story about a day of me being a new kid, and about how sideways it went for just how sideways it went. So, strap in real quick and I'll get right down to business. So, this happened in 2009 or 10, something like that. So, this was my third high school. I haven't made a video yet about my other travels through high school, so but this was at my third high school, Redondo Union High School. Okay, so like, I've grown up in Torrance and everything. So I mean, not that I'm like, I've chilled in Redondo, Hermosa, like everywhere around here, but just school wise, But up until it'll make more sense when I put out the high school video that like will provide the context. I don't want to ruin it for you here, but just this is when I end up at Redondo High. Just keep it at that. Okay. So, my first class of the day is PE. And so I have PE, and we're in the gym, and it's PE basketball, which was cool because I wasn't used to that. Like Redondo, you could, when you were doing your schedule, like they would be like, oh, so there's PE basketball, PE badminton, PE soccer. Like they had like specific PE classes for like whatever you wanted to do. So I just picked PE. I had regular PE for like a day, and then I saw the like what the PE basketball people were doing, and I was like, yeah, I went back to my counselor. I was like, I want that. So I got that because I saw how chill it was. That it was literally just people who were hooping that were like really good. Honestly, I mean, I'm in 10th grade, so there's some older kids there, but like they were really like getting down. Like they took advantage of that, and then on the side pockets or whatever, there was like people that I met, and like we would just shoot threes all day. Just shoot threes all day. Like we'd go up on the bleachers and shoot. Like it got to a point that it was pretty ridiculous. But yeah, definitely it was definitely interesting. It was really weird for me going to Redondo because I was used to Torrance schools. Redondo, they do block schedule, so you're in there for 2 hours, and you kind of do like different classes, different days and stuff. Like you would think that it takes a long time, but it actually goes by like pretty quick. Like I didn't mind it, honestly. I wasn't tripping. Plus Redondo, like you could literally leave basically whenever you wanted to. Like that's how we treated it. Like from the day that I got there. The first day I got there, I had a class that went into lunch that was in the building that's already off campus, like that's across the street from a McDonald's, where like literally like I could have just like we would walk back like up the hill to Redondo, but I could have easily just walked across the street to McDonald's and just like chilled out there for like, you know. I eventually took care of that problem later down the line. So that's another story for another day. But so anyways, I'm in this PE basketball class, and I don't have any PE clothes yet because it's my first day of school there, So like obviously I'm not like, I don't know anybody. Like it was like that for me for probably like the first like week. I just would like sit against the wall, listen to my iPod, or like use my phone or something like that. So we're in the gym, and there's people, they're playing basketball, they're doing their stuff, whatever. And then there's a spot where everybody puts like their backpack. So that spot where everybody puts their backpack, I go, and it's like on the bleachers, like the bleachers that hadn't really been pulled out all the way, but they were still like a surface. So everybody's like backpacks and stuff was right there. So I just went and I like sat up like Humpty Dumpty, like sat on the little like thing that it was really like, I was barely off the ground, but it was just somewhere for me to sit. So I'm sitting there, of course, I've got my hood on because I always have my hood on from, I don't know why. And sit there, you know, time goes by, whatever. And eventually it's done. And the bell rings or they blow a whistle, whatever, people get changed. And we go out to snack. So we go out to snack, and like I didn't get a tour around the school or nothing like that. Like they literally were just like, all right, here, go here, you know? So like, I didn't know where anything was. Like I didn't know the history building, and I didn't know like different buildings were for different, like, I don't know, it's just different when you go somewhere else. Like you get used to how it is of certain layouts or whatever, and it's just, especially from my previous like comings and stuff, whatever. So anyways, it's snack. I'm just sitting right by this little snack bar. They had this little snack bar where like you could get like a bagel and like fruit and shit like that. And I was just sitting there, and I was talking to someone that I think was in my PE class. I was just talking to some random person, and um, we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, I get approached by a group of like one, two, three, four, if not five people, and one of them is not very big, but the other ones are like, I'm in 10th grade. They're like seniors, and like they're just older, and like I'm just sitting there like kind of like, yo, what? Like what's going on? So I noticed that one of the kids was in my PE class, and he like immediately he starts coming up to me. At first, it's like they came up, but they didn't come up on me right away, but they were like in the kind of general area, and then they stood right there for a second. Then they decided to kind of like move in on me. So I have like these five dudes in my face, and they're talking, and they're like asking me all these questions. They're asking me like, oh, like the main one was the smaller one that was like, man, you stole from me, you stole from me. Like he was calling me out for stealing from him, and I'm like, what? Like, what? Like that's not me. Like people who know me know like that's not me. I like, and if you don't, then now you do. Like I'm just like, I'd rather take it right from you, like, and be like, yeah, I did it, than like go behind somebody's back and like whatever. Like so anyways, and then I come to find out, like, whatever, I'll get into that later. So like all these people are like, yo, give it up, like, and they were asking to like search my backpack and like empty my pocket check, like all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, right, dude. Like, I don't care who you are, dude. You're not gonna go through my pockets, and you're damn sure not. I'm not gonna open my backpack for nobody. I don't care who you are. So that's exactly what I told him. I was just like sitting there, and like I'm sure the person who I was talking to was very confused, like because like they're just talking to this kid, like literally I just showed up there out of nowhere, just straight out of nowhere, and so they're just like, give it up, man. You might as well give it up, like trying to like almost like threaten me, if you will, like trying to it'll be a lot better for you if you do, and like I'm just telling him, I'm like, bro, like I ain't take nothing. I don't have nothing to give you because I didn't take anything from you. Like it's that simple. Like I don't have nothing to take from you. And then I find out somebody who like kind of was around had said something about like, oh yeah, I get those joints all the time. And that's what he was tripping on was he had, I guess one of his little hustles was he would roll. I don't know if he rolled them or what he did, but he would sell these little joints. They're like toothpicks, damn near, and they would have the little strawberry wrap, strawberry banana wrap, or whatever like. I'm sure he made money off of them because it's in high school. It's basically impossible to not make money, like if you actually know what you're doing. So like I'm sure that was something, but like I found out like like I found out mid confrontation that that's what it was about because I really didn't know. And then I knew from just like I just knew like that they were just some like it was just a bag of just some like nasty like stuff. And at the time I was in a program where I was getting tested like once a month, like or something like that. I don't remember. It was random, but I was getting tested. Like I'll do a whole series or story about that of why I was in a rehab at that time. I'll keep it short like that. So I couldn't smoke. So that's what I told them. I said, dude, honestly, I don't have your joints. I can't smoke right now, and even if I could smoke, I wouldn't have taken your bitch ass joints. Like straight up, like I'm not gonna take some nasty. Like if I'm gonna go for something, I want to get something good. Like honestly, not that I would even like get down like that, but it's just like it was just so stupid when I found out that like it's like this fool is like trying to confront me over a bag of like Reggie or something, and it's just like just because some freshmen that'll buy two for $5 all day, like I get it, I'm not trying to like mess with anyone's pockets or money or like even like never trying to step on anyone's toes or anything like that, but still I just told them I was like, yo, like straight up honestly, I wouldn't like, and plus I've never been a J smoker. Like it's just never been. I couldn't roll right now. If somebody like had a gun pointed at me, I could maybe do it. Like I could pull it off. It's not gonna be great, but like I'm definitely not the dude that like you ask to do that. Blunts, I can roll that all day. I can connect them. I can do all types of stuff with that. Like I can do that blunt, like in the dark, one-handed, like whatever. But joints and like cigarettes, I never got into the paper. If you know me, like I have sweaty ass hands like all the time. So like I just could never, even if when my hands aren't sweaty, I just can't do it. Like I don't know why my brain just doesn't get it. I can get it all perfectly looking good and everything, but I don't know. I smoked cigarettes for a long time, so I was just like, dude, I'm just gonna like, it was nice though when someone would have a pouch and whatever, and you do get more out of it. I get it, but now I don't know what they sell it for, but now cigarettes are like $10 a pack, so that stuff I could imagine being. I have no idea, but anyways, so I tell him like I was like I didn't take your joints, I didn't like. It sucks that they like I get it. I even told him I was like I get it, dude. Like I totally get it. If I was you, I would think I did it too. Like, it makes total sense. Like, I just show up out of nowhere. I was sitting right there. I didn't dress out for PE. Like, no one else was sitting by me. If I don't know, I can't remember, this is so long ago, but like, I know I was sitting right there, so like, I get it for sure. And then I had my hood on, and like, I probably looked shady. I've always looked, I probably looked shady the day I came out of the womb, man. Honestly, on some Darth Vader, like Darth Sith type stuff, or like Bill Belichick or something. But anyways, so like, I told him, I was like, I get it, dude. Like, I get it, but I'm just telling him, I'm like, dude, like, if I did it, I would tell you. I would tell you straight up. Even if I let's say I did take it and I was able to make $20 or something, I would tell him. I'd be like, "Yep, I took it and I did this with it and I did that with it, and that's what it is, and we can do what we do. Whatever happens, happens." But like, I just told him, I was like, "Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hide nothing. Like, if I did it, I would tell you. Unfortunately, I didn't do it. I only have so much that I can tell you." And these fools were so like on me that one of them overheard me and the other guy talking about skiing, and one of them even like had the balls to like take a step forward like towards me. I'm like standing right there, and he came up and he was like, "Oh, so you can't smoke, but you can ski?" And I'm like telling it, it was a funny moment because like a little kind of like group had formed, and I was like, well, yeah, if you knew like anything, then you would know that, like, herb sticks to your fat cells and it stays in your system for a long time, and anything else is out of your system in like 72 hours pretty much, like, if after just like one time use or whatever. So, and then I just said it like that. I didn't mean to be like facetious or whatever and be like, "Oh, if you knew anything," but I just was like, "Yeah, well, if you knew what's up, you would know that like that shit gets out of your system a lot quicker." So yeah, that's why I'm talking about it. It's a bad thing about rehab, man. Like, especially when you're a kid, if you go and you're not going for yourself, like, you just get into stuff that like doesn't show up on drug tests and like stuff. Like, it's not like the first time I did acid, I was in rehab. You know what I mean? Like, and that was because it didn't show up on a drug test. Like, it was just like, I probably who knows, I don't know, I definitely would have ended up I can't say I wouldn't, it wouldn't have crossed my path, because it for sure would have, but would it have crossed my path so early? I don't know. But anyways, like, basically nothing happened. Like, they came up on me and whatever, like tried to like spit their little like whatever and make their little move on me, and I just stood my ground. Like, I didn't take one single inch backwards and was just like, ah, great. Like, my life, dude, my life, my life, my life, my life, my life in the sunshine. For real though, you'll see. But anyways, yeah, like, me and that person are actually cool to or like the last time we spoke, and like it got squashed. It didn't get squashed for, like, honestly, like it was kind of funny, because like over time, like, sometimes like I would like mess with them and I'd be like, "Yo, I jacked your ass, bro. You didn't do nothing about it." Like, I would just mess with them like that, but I never did. But like, I would just like, it was kind of like an inside joke where like, or he would say like, "Yo, I'm you up, for taking my stuff like that." But like, literally, it took a rave. It took a rave, and you know how you are at a rave. Very very pupils dilated, or whatever you want to call it. And right then was when, like, finally it was like, "Yeah, I know you didn't." I can remember the moment. It was at Lost City of Atlantis, 2011, 10 maybe, something like that. Dat sick and excision. Woo, that was a fun night. I got sick for a week. Missed a bunch of school. Woo, not cool. But anyways, yeah, that was where we finally like squashed it. Where he was, and this is funny. This fool lived across the street from me for like a couple years. He lived, like, I would see him all the time. Like, we still did business and stuff, you know, like it was never, you know, but literally it took a rave. And I can remember like where we were sitting and where, like, you know, we were at the Shrine and Expo Hall in like LA by USC. And he finally was like, hey man, I know you didn't do it. And he like put his hand out and we like shook hands about it. And then like since then, like we've chilled and like, you know, whatever, like since then, and it's all good. It's all dropped now. But like, yeah, that was my first. I mean, and you know, more stuff happened after that. That was just one experience from one class on my first day. There was more stuff. A teacher tried to take my phone. Like, I'll make more videos about it. Like, but that was the first class of my first day. Literally. So like that, just to give you a peek, like that was my introduction into the school, and I didn't have a single person to stand behind me to have my back. Nobody. I hadn't had the time to even try to make friends or, like, you know, put myself out there or whatever. It was literally just me and somebody that I met in my class that I was kind of just talking with, whatever, asking questions, like a local person, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, just a story about being the new kid, and you know, sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's not. I got plenty of stories of that specifically, but um, yeah, hope you guys like that one, and yeah, like and comment and all that good stuff. And if you got ideas, let me know. I don't want no money, no donations, none of that. I just want to tell my stories, man. So please, you know, hope you like my stuff. If not, let me know what I'm doing wrong, how I can improve, what you'd like to see. I'm very interactive and I like people and talking and all that stuff. So, you know, I don't like leaving people on red. I'm that annoying guy that texts right back. That's like I just figure why if I got the text, like I'm gonna just like write it back. I'm like that annoying guy. So it is what it is. I am who I am. So hey. Anyways, hope you guys have a good night and I will see you next time. Peace.